What is up? Spontaneous YouTube live Q&A. Basically waiting to head off to the next location. I have like 15 minutes, so just thought I would see if anyone was on, because I know that I do lots of kind of spontaneous hangouts to try and answer questions, but different time zones and that kind of thing. People are on at different times, so just seeing if anyone is on and I can help them with anything, and then we can record it for posterity. Yeah. Let's see, we can even add some like funky stuff to this, I think. Cool! Got loads of filters. So yeah, we got two people on, so basically get answering questions. Ooh, bubbles. And yeah, hopefully I'll answer them. Hello again, Kai. Kyle. There we go, that's pretty funky. Oh, no, I don't want to stop the stream. Yeah, get your questions in, guys, and I will endeavor to answer them. What am I shooting? I'm shooting a documentary, US documentary over here. It's about kind of the Versailles, which is a place in France. And yeah, there's a little competition kind of exhibition that already happened, and so we're shooting a documentary around kind of the build-up to that, which they've already shot, which is pretty cool. So lots of kind of just running around. So it's good. How do I deal with ears for other people? Oh, in terms of like IEMs. So at the moment I just have two G3s. So what I use for the G3s is yeah, I just have the IEM G3s basically, and then I usually try and get people to bring their own headphones, because they usually feel more comfy, more used to them. But I also have just some normal crappy pairs of headphones for them. And when I get stuck, I can even use just spare receivers that I have for G3s, and you get them outside of one side. I don't use a preamp. I've got the one specially for the G3, so it's the IEM version actually with the dial. So yeah, so that makes it a lot easier, because then they can turn them as loud or as little as they want. Obviously, when you just have the normal receiver for the G3, it's not as good, because it is mono, so it usually only comes out of one ear in a stereo pair of headphones, and yeah, so that's generally that, I guess. So no, I don't need a preamp for that. So yeah, any other quick questions while I'm on it? And we travel tomorrow in the Eurostar to go to Paris, which is nice. So I'll do a bit of documentation for that, I guess. It's kind of, you still have to have your passport and stuff for crossing borders. But yeah. So, any other questions? Otherwise I might just end this early and then just chill out. So you like timecode systems again? Yeah, I do like timecode systems again, actually. It's been very useful on this documentary. It's just very nice to know that things are wirelessly synced. The tentacles don't do that. You have to like manually jam them. So it's just a case of like turning on. I just, at the start of the day, after they're fully charged, just turn on the UltraSync ones, and then because I have the wave, then I'm basically just able to, once I know that the wave is on, then I know that they're just automatically jammed, which is really nice. The range is really long, and even if they go out of range, they keep their own inputted timecode until they rejoin, and then they resync. So it's just like complete kind of peace of mind in that respect. There's so many other ways that you can use that as well, in terms of it also has Genlock, it also has a load of other features as well, which make it really useful. It does have a bit of like an awkward custom cable thing, but you know what, once you bought the cables once, it's fine. It's good to have spares as well, so it makes it a lot easier. So any other questions? I guess I'll say what I'm still using is my kit at the moment is still Electrosonics. I'm still going into an SL6 into an 688. I do need to get kind of a smaller rig setup, but I really just love the flexibility and versatility of the 688, and do find often that some of the features that traditionally I may not use if I tried to like skim down my package, like they end up coming into play. People are things like just the auto mixing or just having a number of outputs and ways to input stuff, and it's just I just know that I have everything as well. And the Sound Devices 633 is nice, but I love the SL6 just being able to route lavs because I can have people in the same order without extra cables and things. Obviously that doesn't really save on weight, but that just saves on actually plugging in stuff. So yeah, it's that's still it. I still need to figure out a smaller package when I know, for instance, that I don't need a lot of that stuff, but still doing quite a lot of features and stuff. So yeah. Timecode, do you always provide cable to camera? I do, because I get rental on that. I kind of see the timecode thing as, yes, maybe I don't, I'm going to invest in the cables, but then I'm definitely going to charge for it. And again, you only really need about 3 different types of cables, maybe 4 if you're doing LTC into like an audio track, or 5 depending on that kind of audio interface. And so once you've bought the cables, I mean, that thing pays off for itself pretty quickly compared to, say, a wireless system, just because the timecode goes for a very similar price, but it's not obviously the same price as an electrosonic system. So that's really useful. And yeah, Tuba Stormer, long time no see, how's it going? Any interest in the new Sound Devices wireless? I hear that the sound rivals hardwired lav quality. I hear that as well. The Sound Devices wireless that you're talking about is from Audio Ltd, and they have been around for ages. They're a UK original kind of company base, and it's going to be really exciting to see what they do in terms of just the integration of stuff. And I think for a lot of people, especially over here, just because of servicing of things like Zaxcom and stuff like that, a lot of people already have, there's a lot of just general brand equity in Europe like Zaxcom has in the US, and so I think once people figure stuff out, they're going to adopt it basically a lot more quickly, and it's going to be a lot more useful. So yeah, I bet they are very clean. I love the internal recording feature as well. I think that's super useful. I can see I'm just holding off personally myself to see if they work out all the bugs. I know that there was some different problems that they were having with different inputs on certain cameras and AES and things like that. So always with any brand, like almost brand new system, there's going to be that level of working out the kinks. And then I think you get to a stage where it's like Electrosonics SRB, that kind of, when you bought one, you kind of just know that it's going to be pretty much good forever. And then you can just make it work. There is a patent issue with internal recording in the US, but not within the EU. Tascam, for instance, have already brought out a lav with internal recording as well. So I think it'll just be a firmware thing for US versions where you're gonna only be able to, for instance, you're not going to be able to transmit and record simultaneously. It's going to be more like Electrosonics PDR kind of situation where you can either just use it as a recorder or you can just transmit. And yeah, depending on your workflow, different things will work for you depending on what kind of ecosystem you already have set up. Because obviously then it's better to buy the Zaxcom wireless, and it becomes a very like Mac versus PC kind of thing as well. So yeah, but it's going to be interesting. I think next year is going to be the thing where, just like we had the timecode wars, as I keep referring, we're going to get to a very similar place with the wireless as well, in terms of just things being more stable. And Zaxcom's messing with us in the USA. Well, patents are patents, and they only last a certain amount of time, I believe, in general. But it is definitely a couple of years. And the Zaxcom stuff is very, very good. I know loads of people that swear by it and have the whole system as well. For me as well, like, it's just which system you happen to invest in first. I know some people switch from SD to Zax, and some people that switch from Zax to SD, and some people who don't use either at all. So there's definitely plenty of options, and it's not like there's only one route to this. So yeah. Oh, you just add the DPA Slim with a buttonhole mount. This is genius. Works great indoors. It definitely does. I am very tempted. I need to do another round. I might just sell all the wireless, like the actual lavs that I have for my wireless, and just get a new, fresh set of everything. Because I've had them for a couple of years now. I'm just wondering if they take a toll on the actual, or whether I can get them cleaned up or something. Just find some of the quality is starting to vary a little, like between mic for the ones that I use a lot and the ones that I don't. There's that thought as well. But we're probably getting back to set soon. It's like nearly 7 o'clock, so I guess I'll keep this one shorter. Oh, Countryman versus Sanken. I would say Sanken overall, although Countryman, B6, things like that, you can't beat just having it so small. But remember, smaller capsule is higher noise floor, but then makes easier placement. So if you can get away with it, then it's probably better. But for me personally, Sanken's very, very happy. DPA, I've had mixed results. The 71 I kind of fell in love with and then fell out of love with just from a practical point of view of not being able to use it all the time, just because of how it sounds. And DPA mics because of the microdot adapter, which is very good. So having a microdot adapter makes it very easy and versatile to keep the same DPA and use it on multiple different things. COS 11. I'm still using Sanken COS 11s. I'm using it on this dock right now. I have a few of them in white and black. All right. I will. Yes, I have only white and black. Wasn't too convinced by the beige because I mean, if it's meant to try and match skin color, I think that's more of a theater thing where they actually have like the type of makeup. I think it must be. Like I don't know how they arrive at that pattern. But definitely black and white, just because of the shirt, is probably the best. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here. Leave this like on the video, I guess, the more people can find it. And I'll be trying to do this every day, and we'll see how we do. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow in Paris. So, till next time, see you later.